Is ready. It's an absolutely perfect baseball night here in our nation's capital. First pitch low and away. Skies are clear overhead. 66 degrees. First pitch a little bit late at 7:06. Morgan hitting .304 on base average of .384. Pirates are hitting .265. That's trouble. This guy's fast. Digging for two. And right inside the first base bag, the Pirates get an extra base hit. Interesting, only his third double of the year, mainly a singles hitter. He does have, now he has as many doubles as he does triples, by the way.
Well, he's a singles hitter, and it looks like a changeup that he gets right there, which you know how I feel about those to light hitting guys. And he pulls the changeup down the line for a double to lead off the game.
Nyjer Morgan, 28 years old. Originally from San Francisco, and he's a 33rd round draft choice who's made it to the big leagues. Here's Freddie Sanchez. Martis had him reaching and missing for strike one.
Well, Bob, just like a 95-mile-an-hour fastball, you can't teach speed, and you can't get someone to be faster. So if you have some speed, you can put the ball in play. That's where you see a guy like Nyjer come up to the major leagues after the 33rd round.
Play is on, but no daylight. So Manny Acta told us today that the guy who started last night will start again Saturday. Russ Detwiler is going to spend some more days in the big leagues. Good for him.
Good move.
He pitched well enough to win that game last night.
Well, more importantly than that, though, he was in command of his stuff for the 5 innings he was out there. He didn't walk anybody, struck out 6, but he looked like a totally different pitcher than the one we saw in spring training. And if he has matured to that level where he can pitch up here effectively every 5th day, keep him here.
1-1 to Freddie Sanchez. Runner going to third. That's a base hit, and the Pirates will score a quick run. John Russell, don't know if it was a straight steal. You usually don't hit and run with a guy on second base, but the number 2 guy, Sanchez, adds to his .307 batting average with his 13th RBI.
Well, there's a hanging breaking ball right there to Sanchez, who won a batting title a few years ago.
Pirates bats have come alive. They scored in double digits Sunday against Colorado. 12 runs on 12 hits here last night, and they're on the board with their first 2 men. And here's their most dangerous hitter, Nate McLeod, hitting .293. Next RBI will be 30. He was 1 for 4 last night. And a modest 5-game hitting streak for McLeod from Muskegon, Michigan. Former Michigan Player of the Year. I love his high school numbers. He hit .514 and stole 51 bases without being caught.
That's pretty impressive.
That ball is jacked down the line. And it is caught by Adam Dunn. That was a fair ball when he grabbed it, and Adam made a very fine play in the corner. You expect a ball like that to hook foul, but that thing got out there and really straightened out. One of the reasons is there's a breeze blowing from the right field corner straight over toward left.
Well, they're hitting Martis very well right now, and this is a great play to save at least a run right there, and possibly a double or a triple by Adam Dunn, going from the shade to the sun. This is a difficult play for anybody to make. Adam makes great play down the right field line.
And first base umpire Ed Rapuano got down the line and signaled fair ball when caught. A fastball up and away to Adam LaRoche. LaRoche hitting at .230, 16 batted in, but he's hit 6 home runs. Adam LaRoche has a good stroke for the short right field porch in Pittsburgh. Their scoreboard out there at PNC Park is very similar to the one in Baltimore. 2-0 from Martis. By the way, Joe West, 32-year veteran, the crew chief, has the balls and strikes tonight. Martis missing 3-0, and something's not entirely right with Chiron here early. Ed Rapuano, Chad Fairchild, Paul Nart on the bases. think I have Joe West as #2 in seniority in the big leagues behind Mike Riley. Mike's in 33rd year. And a 3-0 pitch on the corner at the knees. You would call that mediocre first inning pitching. Not horrible, not great.
Not horrible, not great. He's still young. I think it's going to take time for him to get his warm-up in order, how he warms up before the game. That's one of the most difficult things for a starter.
Jordan Zimmerman has found that out.
I think he's given up about 11 earned runs going into his last start in the first inning.
3-2 runner going, and LaRoche had a good cut. They're just underway, but there is rain now at Florida, where the Diamondbacks and the Marlins are trying to play tonight. John Garland and Josh Johnson. Because the Marlins haven't been hitting a whole lot lately, Johnson's had some no decisions. His record is still 3-0. Phillies at Cincinnati to open a series, and with the runner going, 2 on 2 out on the walk. Nationals defensively, same as last night except behind the plate. Willingham here has done the outfield. Guzman, Hernandez up the middle. Zimmerman across from Johnson, but Will Nieves is back in there tonight. Will Nieves told me he'd like to throw somebody out at second base tonight and get 2 hits, but most importantly help this team win a ball game. I like his chances of doing all those things. There's Brandon Moss. Originally drafted by the Red Sox, 8th round of 02, 5 years in the minors, and he hit 280 and 295 in 07 and 08 in limited play with Boston. Part of that 3-team 9-player deal involving the Red Sox for Jason Bay, the Dodgers for Manny Ramirez, and then the Pirates got a whole bunch of young players. A couple of pitchers and this guy. And again, Guzman to the bag, but no move by Martis. Freddie Sanchez at second. Adam LaRoche at first, only 1 out, and Pittsburgh on the board early. Oh, 2. Phillies are throwing Cole Hamels against Johnny Cueto. Good pitching matchup in Cincinnati tonight. And the Mets with John Maine at the Dodgers with Chad Billingsley later.
Brandon Moss hitting quite well the last 6 games.
Yeah, 6 games and a .600 batting average. That's a wild pitch. Runners at second and third with 1 out.
Well, he buries the breaking ball right there. Here's Famous Dave's on the delivery, and it's just overthrown this breaking ball. You see him get up on top of it, pull it down. Nice mechanics, but just overthrown a little bit right here.
Come into Famous Dave's, sponsor of our Exmo camera, for the best tasting, most award-winning ribs in America.
Well, and that was nice to see right there. Christian Guzman, Anderson Hernandez, and Will Nieves went out there to try to settle down the young pitcher. Try to get him focused on getting some strikes right here and letting them help him.
And a 1-2 with 1 out. That's low and inside. Ball 2. If I was going to the mound to talk to my pitcher, I'd say throw a pitch they can hit to Zimmerman. Ryan's one of those guys who wants the ball in a crucial situation, and this is turning into one early. There's a drive to center. Is it going to hang up for Willie Harris? No, and it gets behind him. 2 runs will score, and into second base goes Brandon Moss. And lately, the Nationals outfielders have been challenging balls, but not knocking them down. The ball keeps getting behind them, giving the other team extra bases here, and it's 3-0 for the Pirates.
Well, pretty much regardless of what Willie did right here, 2 runs were going to score. But he played a single into a double, and now Moss is at second base and another run in scoring position. But I don't blame these guys for trying to hustle. Everybody right now is tense. They're trying to do a little bit too much, and that's what happens when you get into a losing streak. Even Chiron Martis, I'm sure, is affected by what he saw last night, over the last week, and he's trying to press a little bit. He needs to just settle down a little bit. Try to get out of this inning, only allow 3 runs. Get us in there on offense.
1 out, 3 runs in, a runner in scoring position, and here's Andy LaRoche. He goes up pumping, and a pop-up on the infield. Ryan Zimmerman makes the call.
There you go. You're the pitching coach. You said hit it to Zimmerman.
2 outs. Well, I was hoping the previous guy would.
No, you know what? And Randy St. Clair just went out there, and you just settle him down and say, listen, we're going to get a lot of runs for you tonight. Settle down. Get some outs right here. He's up to 22 pitches already. Have some fun with Will Nieves here, and figure out, if you don't have any pitches working right now, whatever one you think is the best one, go with that one right now. So if he doesn't feel comfortable with the fastball, go with the breaking ball, go with the changeup, whatever you want to do.
Here's the catcher, Jason Jaramillo, 26-year-old switch hitting catcher, originally from Wisconsin. And they got him from the Phillies in a deal for Ronnie Paulino last December. Jaramillo made his way from Racine, Wisconsin to Oklahoma State. Played in the College World Series back in '04. He's a rookie. Hit .266 at Lehigh Valley for the Phillies last year. Chiron Martis is going to have nearly a 30-pitch first inning. .21 for Detwiler last night. 36 for Jordan Zimmerman on Sunday. And a swing and a foul, 2-2. Tries to paint with a fastball and barely misses. Walked another batter. That was a breaking ball on 3-2, and the Phillies now will send up Jack Wilson, who looked like Hack Wilson last night. Came to town yesterday batting .254. Takes the field for game 2 at .293.
Well, I know you were listening to my radio show when I was talking before the game to Rick Honeycutt, the pitching coach of the Dodgers, who lead the National League in just about every pitching category. They're one of the best pitching staffs in baseball, and we're one of the worst. And one of the things he said to me about his young pitchers were they try to work on going pitch to pitch, hitter to hitter, and establish the fastball. And I've been saying that for 7 weeks now. We do not establish the fastball. And you've seen it already in this first inning with a couple of walks, the wild pitches, the hits that have been given up. It's all with off-speed stuff. Because everybody, I'm sure, has a scouting report on our pitching staff. This staff will not establish the inside part of the plate with a fastball. Right now, we're dead last in ERA, dead last in the most hits given up.
Runs,
earned runs, walks, and wild pitches.
That's going to break on a 2-0 pitch as Jack Wilson pops one up after somebody had just walked, and the pitcher on deck. Guzman, Johnson, and Zim, the big three straight ahead. Southwest.com lineup. The Nationals are hitting 280. Only the Mets at 291. The Dodgers at 285 or higher. The Nationals now are up to number 3 in the league in runs, and part of the reason, the table setting of Guzman, Nick Johnson, and Zimmerman, and Nick now has an on-base average that has him back in the top 10 in the league. Adam Dunn's in the top 10. These guys have been pretty impressive, and they will face 26-year-old right-hander Jeff Karstens, 2-6 in 9 starts with the Pirates last year. He's off to a 5.06 ERA start and a record rob of 1-2. Guzman leads the league at 385, a full 18 points ahead of Carlos Beltran at 367. 8-game hitting streak for Guzzi.
It's a pretty nice lead, and it may stay that way because Carlos Delgado is going to be out for at least 2 more months with the Mets.
Oh, you're talking lack of protection, huh?
Lack of protection in the middle of that lineup.
Guzman will two-hop it right at Freddie Sanchez.
Let's go to the PNC scouting report. This is only the 25th Major League start for Jeff Karstens, who was a part of that 3-team deal last year that Bob spoke about. That he came over from the New York Yankees. He's much better than his record may look. In his last couple of starts, he's got great control. No walks in his last 12 innings, so he will throw a lot of strikes tonight.
Nick Johnson hit a big-time blast here last night. Got his RBI total up to 24. He's been on an RBI tear. He's been on base 8 of his last 10 plate appearances. That ball well off the plate inside. 1 ball, 1 strike. Nick's hit safely, and 8 of his last 9 games at a clip of 394 and 375 here at Nationals Park. It's a good ballpark for Nick. Nice gaps on both sides. He shoots the ball effectively to left center when he's going well. And if you work him in or half, he'll pull the ball like he did last night. Two and one. There's a left field shot, but it hangs up. And Niger Morgan makes the play. 2 outs.
That's all right. That was an atom ball, a rocket right at the left fielder Morgan. Once again, and you were talking about it, when they pitch Nick inside, he pulls it last night for a home run. When you simplify at the plate like this right there, wherever the ball's pitched, that's where I'm going to go with it. And he just crushes that pitch last night. So Zimmerman and Nick Johnson right now, 2 of our best hitters, are probably keeping it simple at the plate. Not thinking too much, just letting it happen.
On base 36 games in a row.
And we talked about Nick. Nick 19 RBI in May. We're not even into the 3rd week yet. He only had 5 in April. So he's having a tremendous May. And it also helps when Cristian Guzman is setting the table at the top there, hitting almost 400.
And the Nats are waiting for Adam Dunn to get hot again. Teams have been nasty pitching him lately. Adams only 2 for his last 18, but he'll still get some walks and get on base. Ryan fouls that ball out of play, right side, 1-2. Pirates are the 4th best team in the league defensively. No errors among their outfielders who start tonight. Jack Wilson 4, Andy LaRoche 4, but they are very, very solid. On a pitch out near the end of his bat, Zimmerman a comebacker to the mound, and Jeff Karstens takes care of the big 3. 1-2-3. Pirates lead by 3. coming up for you starting tomorrow. Verizon Wireless presents Wired Wednesday. Jordan Zimmerman tomorrow night. Soft-spoken young man from Wisconsin will cover the bases, presented by the Home Depot, with Nick Johnson on Thursday. And we go to the top of the second. Karstens, Morgan, and Sanchez. So if you want to get things right, get the opposing pitcher out very quickly and then get yourself going. Karstens, major league hitting, 0 for 8 this year, 2 for 22 career. He got a lot of the plate with that ball, jammed him just enough, and that ball was hit fairly solidly out to CRISTIAN GUZMAN. So Martis now has retired 3 of the last 4 hitters. Top of the order, Nyjer Morgan, who got the rally started on an off-speed pitch with a leadoff double.
Well, we continue to throw slow balls, that's what off-speed stuff is, to very light-hitting hitters, and I just can't figure it out for the life of me.
This guy reminds us of Juan Pierre.
Yes.
Challenge him. He has no home runs. 1 major league homer in parts of 3 years. He'll slap it out to center, and Willie Harris
there's a
catches it.
fastball right there. Nothing wrong with that. You got behind, but you threw a fastball. The guy hit it. That's his best bolt right there. And you have to tell yourself, you have to be confident that these light hitters aren't going to hurt me. I'll worry about the 3, 4, 5 guys when I get to them. See that fastball down in the zone, perfectly located.
And here's Freddie Sanchez. Pop up. It's going to come twisting back a little bit. Nick might have a shot. He does, and it hits his glove. Can't hold on.
You know, and last night in Manny Acta's press conference, that was actually one of the first times I really saw the frustration coming out. And he said, our guys need to do a better job, meaning the bullpen. And the bullpen right now has a 6.68 ERA. And here's Nick Johnson. Great effort. Almost makes the grab right there. And it'll start with those fastball first pitch strikes.
Yeah.
You know, work ahead, make it easy on yourself. Can't blame that man right there for what the bullpen has been doing. 12 runs, or 9 runs trying to get the final 12 outs is just embarrassing.
Manny adamantly defended Randy St. Clair in his press briefing this afternoon. He said that man could be my pitching coach for the rest of my career.
Well, then Manny's career might be very short, because right now we're one of the worst pitching staffs in baseball because they don't work ahead.
0-2. And a fastball short hops into the mid of Will Nieves. Freddie Sanchez, when he won the batting title in 06, joined Pirates like Honus Wagner. He won 8 batting titles. Paul Wainer won 3. Roberto Clemente 4. Matty Alou, Dave Parker, Bill Madlock. What a list to be on, huh?
Yes, it is.
And
nice
Martis buries one on him, down and in. So a very quick top of the second. The big bat of Adam Dunn. A little quiet lately, but there's some thunder over the horizon for this guy. And on Sunday, first 10,000 kids 12 and under, a free kids jersey. There goes one. That rocket's going to hook foul. Visit nationals.com, call 888-632-NATS, or stop by the Nats Park box office and get your tickets ready. And the Nats and the O's will be battling. Pass ball up from Karstens, 1 ball, 1 strike. Adam Dunn, despite going 2 for 18 over 6 games, still hitting .286, well above his career average. Top 6 in the league in homers and RBIs. And the on-base percentage, .425. Off-speed breaking ball, 2-1. Ask about the Nats at massinsports.com. We love hearing from you all. We know a lot of you have questions about what's happened, what is happening, and what's going to happen. Off speed to Dunn, and he'll walk away. Adam Dunn could not pull the trigger on a big off-speed breaking ball, 69 miles an hour, that fooled him.
Well, I told you he was going to throw a lot of strikes. That's a great breaking ball. It would pretty much lock up any hitter right there. Great differential between that curveball and his fastball.
Adam strikes out for the 42nd time this year. That puts him in the top 4 in the league. Mark Reynolds of Arizona, 47. Jordan Schaefer of Atlanta, 45. Ryan Howard, 44. And I think you all know who he plays for. 0-1 to Josh Willingham. This kid's got a good breaking ball. Quickly 0-2.
Well, and he's working ahead. He's getting that first pitch strike, which sets up his off-speed stuff, and then he's able to get to that big breaking ball.
I notice Willingham's wearing a shin guard, but it's not on his shin. It's on the inner part of that ankle area. He's tired of whacking diving pitches off of that ankle bone, the top of his foot down there. So good precautionary measure. There's that big hook, but it stayed a little bit up.
He really took something off that one. 67 miles an hour, and you saw the 88 mile an hour fastball upstairs, and he's just setting up his breaking balls.
And I know you like that 20 mile an hour difference, don't you?
Well, yeah, it's kind of a lot, but it's still, you know, you're looking for 88 and you get 67. It's difficult, like you said, to pull the trigger, and Adam Dunn couldn't do it. And he kind of got locked in between there, and same thing right there with Josh Willingham. And now Josh's good eye, though, has worked the count back in his favor to 3-2.
Throws him a fastball, and Willingham rams it to left. But again, it carries right to Niger Morgan, 2 outs. Nats have had 2 well-hit balls by Nick Johnson and Josh Willingham.
Well, and another thing, you know, Rick Honeycutt told me, he said, listen, he was taught by some of the best people, Dave Duncan, Sandy Koufax, who's in the Hall of Fame, and they all say the same thing. Work ahead with your fastball, establish it, whether it's 80, 85, 90, doesn't matter. You still have to establish a fastball to get to all of your other pitches.
Here's Willie Harris. By the way, Ryan Howard did not strike out in his first at bat tonight. He hit his 9th homer of the year, and the Phillies have an early run at Cincinnati. Atlanta leads 1-0 early against the Rockies. And it stopped raining. They're underway in Florida with the Diamondbacks and the Marlins.
I'm very excited that DETWILER's getting another start. That's excellent for the kid.
Yeah.
He deserves it. And if he pitches well again, he probably deserves another start. That's what I said last night. You pitch well enough to where they have to send someone else out, but not you.
Yeah.
You can pitch yourself onto this ball club.
2-1 to Willie Harris. Fastball up. Position players are day-to-day. Starters are week-to-week. And Ross will get another start this weekend. Good for him. And Willie Harris will take the 2-out walk. Willie Harris now has more walks than strikeouts on the year. 9 Ks and 10 walks.
There's Ross. He can breathe easy tonight.
Not his fault the Nats didn't win that game last evening.
No.
Interesting thing about the game, when he left the game, technically after throwing his last half inning, the Nationals were behind. He soon became the pitcher of record on the winning side when the Nats scored 5 runs, but then the bullpen imploded. No decision for him. And the number 7 hitter is Anderson Hernandez, batting at .277, on base mark of .364. LaRoche, Andy LaRoche, shallow at third across from his brother, who's holding Willie Harris. Now the position that Andy LaRoche is in, you may figure, well, he's pretty close to the line, so Hernandez could slap one by him. But if you're going to guard against the bunt, you have to be close to the line. And suddenly Karsten's having a location problem against some of the smaller contact guys at the bottom of the order. Will Nieves next, and he swung the bat well when given recent playing time.
Well, and another thing that we've talked about, that another question I put to Rick Honeycutt today was about pitching to your defense. And he absolutely agreed with that. Their defense with the Dodgers has been playing much better this year, but they've been trying to pitch to where they're playing hitters. So like you said, you're playing the bunt, you're going to try to pitch it on the inner half of the plate on Hernandez so that he can't slap it down the line.
Yeah.
You know, you don't start throwing him outside fastballs so that he can slap one down the line by your third baseman who's in for the bunt.
Willie Harris stole that one on the pitcher who is struggling with control.
Well, we've seen Karstens now in the stretch, and he's having trouble with his command. Stops paying attention to Willie, and Willie takes advantage of that. We do have good speed on this team.
Yeah, last 20 pitches, 11 of them out of the strike zone. 3-1. And Hernandez will loft a fly ball to right field for Brandon Moss. Nationals get a base runner and a steal and strand a man. It's the top of the third. Upcoming, Pirates lead 3-0. And by Heineken, give yourself a good name. Rob and I haven't figured out a way to do a game yet from out on the Anacostia. It'd be a lovely evening for a little boat ride and some baseball next door. Beautiful evening, crowd on hand, a good gathering for T-Shirt Tuesday. Nate McLeod on a good play by Adam Dunn, flight out down the right field line first time. And Chiron Martis gets a slide piece on the inside corner for a strike.
Well, he definitely found a groove in the second inning. He may have just had a bad first inning warm up coming out of the bullpen. Threw 20 less pitches in the second inning than he did in the first.
Yep.
So
31, then 11. That's going to be a hit up the middle. How's Martis doing compared to other rookies? First in wins.
First
for a one complete game, you're going to be the stud of the league.
Right up there in ERA.
Nice.
Opponent's batting average against. Very nice.
Piling up some innings. LaRoche walked and scored first time up. There's another pitch. It gets away from Will Nieves. Second wild pitch. Martis twice has taken himself out of double play possibilities. Will tried to stay real quiet back there. That's the key for the catcher.
Yeah, but he's got to get lower. He's got to get down, get those knees on the ground, and lean forward, try to keep the ball in front. You know a changeup or breaking ball is going to be in the dirt. You have to be ready as a catcher to block it.
Nick Johnson to Martis. Well, that's the problem you've created for yourself now. Instead of that runner being at second, he could score on a ground ball or a fly. Interesting number on the Nats. This is no indictment of Will Nieves or Josh Bard, but when Jesus Flores does not start a ball game, the Nationals are 2-12.
What's the earned run average? Do you have any idea?
I'd say it's up in the probably high 6 to 7.
I thought you were going to say
range.
stratosphere. I'm just kidding.
Not that high.
No, eventually the pitchers have to look in the mirror and say, listen, the offense is doing their job. We're not doing our job. And what can I do to help this ball club? And you have to take it on personally and say, listen, I'm not doing my job. I got to do my job better. And Manny Actis said that in the press conference last night. He said, we need to do a better job. He started the bullpen out with a lot of young guys. They switched to old guys, and it still isn't working. So they're going to fix it eventually. You may see a whole new set of pitchers out there in the bullpen by the All-Star break, but they will fix it. Because you don't want to waste an offense like this.
There have been press box whisperings and rumors talked about that someone from Boston has been lurking around here, keeping an eye on Nick Johnson lately. The Red Sox have a first base issue and a DH issue with David Ortiz. That's a great changeup by Martis, and strikeout number 2 for the second out here in the third.
Well, this is what he does so well against lefties. Great changeup, just makes you look foolish.
Man, that
once again, working ahead, sets everything up and puts the guy on the defensive, and there was a defensive swing if I ever saw one.
That looked like a hitter trying to hit a breaking ball from a left-hander. That thing had so much dive on it.
Yep.
So here's LaRoche, the other LaRoche, Andy. Popped up to Zimmerman first time. He doesn't pop this one up. That's a big fly. And it's 5-0 Pittsburgh. His second home run of the year. Pirates came into this series one of the lighter hitting teams in the league. They've outscored the Nationals 17-7 in 12 innings.
Well, this is a fastball up in the zone. The first pitch was in. The second pitch was right over the plate and up. Both fastballs. And thanks to famous Dave's, we get to see Chiron watch that ball leave the park.
LaRoche with his second of the year. And the 8th of his 3-year career. Jason Jaramillo, the catcher, walked first time up. And this ball popped up left side. A chance for Zimmerman, maybe. He reaches and makes the catch. If Ryan gets near it, he's going to catch it. A very good play, but a damaging top of the third. Pirates get a couple of runs before this nice grab. Hour and game tickets. What a deal, girls. $30. Visit nationals.com/ladies night or call 202-640-7646. Nieves, Martis, Guzman, bottom of the third.
Well,
and now that hill just got a little steeper.
Well, time to chip away. Don't have to get it all back in one inning. Just chip away. Try to get one, maybe two here.
Will Nieves starting tonight for the 8th time in the last 10 games. Well, there's one of those hits he told me he'd get. He said, I'd like to get a couple of hits and throw somebody out at second base and win a ball game. And I said to Will, those hits are going to right field, aren't they? He said, of course they are.
Well, he knows what he does best. He likes the ball away, and he smacks that ball into right field for a base hit.
And with that base hit, Will Nieves is hitting .293.
Stay hot.
Nice Martis can handle the bat. He has 4 hits this year, an RBI and a sacrifice. You're down by 5, but you got to score 1 before you can score 5. That's a good take on a breaking ball low and away. Pulled that bat right out of there. It's a great batting average for a pitcher. He went 0 for 7 last year, but 4 for 15 this year. That's real good. Adam LaRoche the handle. 2 Sanchez, 3-4, sacrifice good. Top of the order, Guzman. Braves just got 3 in the second inning against Colorado and leading 4-0. Florida's 3 back of the Phillies, who retook first place last night, winning their 4th in a row, tied with the Mets. Atlanta 2.5 back, Florida 3 back. Now the chip away process starts if you can get a base hit here. Guzman, though, a 2-hopper right to LaRoche. 2 outs. Nieves at third and a chance for Nick Johnson. But there How about Nick at night?
Nick liked this ball on the inner half. Nick likes to see the ball fly into the seats. Upper deck.
Nick lined out hard to left first time on a great swing. And that fastball up and away. But as I mentioned just in passing a few moments ago, there are press box rumblings about other ball clubs now taking a real close look at the man in the batter's box. He'll be a free agent at the end of this season. There's a good changeup.
Boy, I know you wouldn't want to give up Xavier Nady and Jason Bay every year, but they got a lot of great kids in return.
Yeah, they did. Well, 2 starters in this series. Ohlendorf last night, Karstens tonight.
And well, Ohlendorf came from the Diamondbacks to the Yankees, but both these kids came from the Yankees.
Yeah.
I like Karstens an awful lot. You see how he changes speed so well? Ohlendorf's a big, strong kid.
2-1 to Nick, target inside. They got it in there and missed. Ball 3.
This is a pitch track right here. This is a pretty good changeup on the inner half. Actually, it's a fastball. It runs in.
Yeah.
2-seamer.
Right where the catcher and the umpire were set up. Look how far over to the inside Joe West is. That ball hits Nick Johnson. Would have been ball 4 anyway. He's okay, but I find it interesting, Rob, when the catcher goes way inside, the umpire stays over his inside shoulder.
It's an interesting call by you because, you know, obviously the pitch before, and this is the pitch that hits Nick. That's off his knee. It's a breaking ball, so it still hurts, but not quite as much as a 90-mile-an-hour fastball.
But I guess my question is, if the catcher goes that far inside, shouldn't the umpire stay behind the plate and look over his left shoulder?
Well, because of this new zone camera, and I talked to Jim McKeon, who's one of the supervisors for Major League Baseball, the umpires are trying to adjust a little bit more to how they call balls and strikes. But I think Joe West is one of the best ball strike callers out there. I pitched while he was behind the dish. He does an excellent job. He is the president now of the Umpires Union also.
Yeah. And Country Joe West can sing a tune or two for you as well.
Got a lot of CDs out there. You can go to, I think it's countryjoe.com or countryjoewest.com. This is what we're talking. See how far inside the catcher is, but he's still over the right shoulder of the catcher. Well, it's a tough pitch to call right there, but they haven't been given that pitch most of the year.
2-0 to Zimmerman. Look out here. Ooh, fastball comes running right back in. 90 with movement right there on 2-0.
At the knees.
Ryan reached for a pitch first time and hit a comebacker to Jeff Karstens, ending the first inning. That's a great take on an outside slider. I don't think he wants to face Adam Dunn with the bases loaded. So here's where the protection we always talk about, Dunn providing for Zimmerman, comes right into play here.
I couldn't agree more. He should be expecting a fastball right here. They don't want to get into a situation lefty versus righty with the bases loaded.
Fastball hit to short though. Jack Wilson to Sanchez, inning over. Nats leave a couple. They've stranded 3. And there's a great fan using a really nice scorebook.
It's time for the next
They're having a great time. T-shirt Tuesday, always a popular promotion around here. Now with young pitchers, sometimes they're on. Some nights like tonight, a struggle or two early in the ballgame.
Yeah, some growing pains, but you're going to see that with Chiron Martis. You know, he's just getting into double figures with major league starts. Same thing with Jordan Zimmerman. I was watching him work in the bullpen. I mean, they're so young, they're so raw, they're so talented. So it's nice to see these guys pitching at the major league level, but sometimes it's tough to watch them take a beating. But you know what? With this offense, 5-0, I think we can come back from that. So Chiron needs to keep plugging away, try to pitch a little bit deeper into this ball game, and still give his team a shot to win the ball game.
57 pitches, 35 strikes, 8 first pitch strikes in his first 3 innings of work, giving up 5 runs on 5 hits, 2 strikeouts, 2 walks. That's a well-placed pitch, low and away to Jack Wilson, and Adam Dunn runs it down. Here's some more from Firestone, a tradition of innovation. Average age of the starters, the A's are the youngest. Nationals second, right, just a little bit older in front of the Marlins and the Tigers. Marlins and Tigers and Rays, oh my, then come the Pirates.
John Lannon was in a situation like this where I think he was down 6-1. Kept it right there, went 6 innings.
Yep.
Got a win.
Here's Karstens, the pitcher. Bounced out to Guzman first time.
I'm not really sure any safe at the major league level is secure any longer.
And a bouncer. And the one thing you have to make sure you do when you're scoring is to touch third base, which Ryan Church, the former National, did not do in LA last night, and then the Mets lost the game in the bottom of that inning. You know, in all the madness of runners scampering around the bases, there are always umpires and opposing coaches and players watching to make sure you touch the base. And one of the most basic things in all of baseball might have cost the Mets a game last night. Bases empty, 2 outs. Niger Morgan takes a strike. He's doubled and lined out to center. This kid's a really interesting story. I don't know if he'll bat long enough to tell us about it because he's so aggressive, but he's an outstanding hockey player. Left California at the age of 16 to play junior hockey in Canada, and he made it as far as the major junior level with the Regina Pats of the WHL. Played a couple of years of JC baseball at Walla Walla College in Washington. So I'd like to see him and Tom Glavine go at it on the ice, huh? 1-2 to Morgan.
When my third baseman, Chris Sabo, was drafted, played hockey at Michigan. He was a goalie. It's a great position to be a goalie and then play third base.
You're right. Boy, I'd hate to go in the crease if Chris Sabo had a stick in his hands. And a good play by Martis on a comebacker. And the Pirates are gone in the top of the 4th inning. Dunn, Willingham, and Harris ahead for the Nats. They need some food and some runs.
Ladies and gentlemen, it's time.
Dun, 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 dun. Watch George miss the tape. He went the wrong way.
The photo finish right here. Look at this.
The last time I checked, you're supposed to run through the tape, not around it.
All right, what's a pierogi anyway?
It's I don't know, sandwich that I've never been able to.
A sandwich?
Well, I mean, it's.
Or is it some kind of pasta?
We'll look it up.
Maybe our
I know I've been to a pierogi place in Pittsburgh last year, but that's not what I had.
Weren't they eating pierogies in Men in Black when the alien gets? That
ball slapped by Adam Dunn, deep to left. It's going to go. It bangs against the back wall of the bullpen. And there's that thunder on the horizon we were hoping for. Adam Dunn's with 12th of the year, and the Nats are on the board.
That would have been nice with the bases juiced last inning.
He really hit that ball hard.
Adam Dunn's been getting a steady diet of fastballs in, breaking balls away. He gets a heater away, goes with it. And with it, the ball goes into their bullpen. Home run. Cuts the lead to 4. Now chasing 4.
The Nationals' 47th home run of the year.
So a pierogi is potato, cheese, ravioli type deal?
I'm not sure.
I'm not sure.
I do know it's an entry in the Polish cookbook that I'm looking at online. And here's Willingham, a bouncer to third, and LaRoche to LaRoche for the first down.
I do know there's a place in Pittsburgh that serves great sandwiches where they put like the French fries in the sandwich on top of like pastrami and all the other stuff.
It is officially described as a boiled dumpling of unleavened dough stuffed with varying ingredients. Sometimes topped with fried onions. And man, they sure can run.
I think it's called Pamani Brothers. We used to go there a lot when we would play the Pirates in Pittsburgh.
Willie Harris fouls one off to the left.
Also, there's a great place. I don't even know if it exists anymore. It was called the Clark Bar.
Oh, yeah.
It's owned by
Three River Stadium.
LaValliere and I think John Smiley and maybe Doug Drabeck. Some of the Pirate players had the best chocolate cake I've ever eaten in my life there. I used to go there for lunch every day we were in Pittsburgh.
Well, I can believe that.
Oh, it was amazing.
Anyway, pierogies can be stuffed with mashed potatoes, cheese, cabbage, sauerkraut, meat, mushrooms, or any other ingredients you may want to go with your cook's personal preference. So there you go.
So it kind of sounds like my mom stuffed cabbages. I'm Swedish, half Swedish, so my mom would make stuffed peppers and stuffed cabbages, throw the mashed potatoes on the side. So what basically that is, it's all that stuff mixed together. I kind of like that. It's like a shepherd's pie.
Willie Harris hits one hard. Well foul on a 3-2 pitch.
These pierogies are making me hungry.
Yeah, and I'm right there with you. After having lunch out of a can today.
Ouch. See, the wife is back in Oklahoma and you're eating out of a can. Maybe I need to come over and cook you some pasta or something.
Well,
jeez.
It was pretty good. Karstens, by the way, has now given up at least a home run in his last 5 starts. A total of 7 on the year. The Nationals, the 4th leading home run hitting team in the league. 3-2 to Harris. Willie, fair ball. Great stop, LaRoche to the pitcher, taking a double away from Willie Harris. Just about as good as the play the shortstop Jack Wilson made last night on Ryan Zimmerman. Bases empty, 2 outs instead of a runner at second, 1 out.
Well, you talk about no doubles on defense later in a ball game right there. That's a new no doubles defense. Diving stop right there by LaRoche. Karstens coming over, doing his job. It's called PFP, pitcher's fielding practice, covering first base.
Here's Anderson Hernandez, and there's a clean single. So the Nationals are getting good swings now against Karstens the second time around this batting order. The Family Fun Pack back here in Natstown. Sunday games. How about a $14 upper right field terrace ticket? Or if you want to go reserve seats lower left or right, it's $25. You get a hot dog, non-alcoholic drink, and chips. Minimum 2 tickets per purchase. Bring the family out early. Autographs and post-game kids run the bases. The Orioles will be here for our next Family Fun Pack. 888-632-NATS or nationals.com. Here's Will Nieves. He's singled right field first time up. So they pitch him inside. .31-year-old catcher now hitting .293. That's only 77 points over his career average. And of course, last year for the Nats, he had his career year at .261 with 46 hits, a homer, 20 RBIs, 9 doubles, a triple, playing in 68 games on a part-time basis. That's a good pitch for Will to lay off, not only because it was 2-0, but he's a right field shooter. Pitcher on deck. And Karstens probably won't give Nieves anything too good here. He gets the inner half with that runner. Nationals down 5-1, trying to build another rally here with 2 outs. And they'd be on the board again were it not for that play by LaRoche. Runner goes. And a foul. I like it.
I do too, because you got the pitcher on deck, and if he gets thrown out, then Will leads off next inning, and you can have Chiron, if he gets on, butt him to second.
And if Will finds a gap, you get a run.
Right.
Hernandez very fast.
Now he's going to start him anyway. 3-2, 2 outs. Ready, go.
Nieves trying to shoot the ball to right. Young catcher Jaramillo making sure everybody in the infield knows the situation here. As mentioned, the Pirates a solid defensive club, only 17 errors in 38 games. Nieves gets a high fastball and lines it right at Brandon Moss. Nats some great swings in the 4th. The best one, Adam Dunn. Watch this rocket. himself like that. We go to the bottom of the 4th inning. Here's another feathered friend. Anytime now, buddy. Thank you. Which member of the Pirates did Rob Dibble strike out the most in the 1990 NLCS?
That's a good question.
You don't know it?
I have no idea.
You were in the zone
years ago.
You were in the zone. You don't remember stuff like that.
I was a crazy young man back in the day. 26.
What's your excuse now?
I'm just a crazy old man.
Top of the 5th. An honest crazy old man.
Thank you.
And here's Freddie Sanchez, 1 for 2 with an RBI hit. Let's see, who is the biggest strikeout guy in the Pirates? Probably not that speedster Sid Bream.
Well, you had Van Slyke, Bonilla, Bonds in the middle.
I'll say Bobby Bonilla. Goes down and gets it to Sanchez, and out there. Nice play, Anderson Hernandez. Always difficult for any fielder, infield or outfield. Here's some Rob Dibble footage from the NLCS that year.
Ooh, memories. Look at that bad mullet.
You can go to your mouth like that on the mound?
No, don't tell anybody I did that.
There's some gas. Whew.
Oh, there's that filthy slider.
Jose leaned the victim there. How about that?
I'm digging the mullet.
I'm digging that fastball and then the slider for the out pitch. Nate McLouth. 2-pitch pitcher mainly, fastball.
Fastball slider. And I'd take something off the slider to righties, get it over.
Or else if it's 0-2, bury it.
Yeah.
And our crew did some serious research. 5 innings, a save, no hits, no runs, 10 Ks. And that would be a 0 ERA.
By the way, got that leg kick growing up watching Dennis Eckersley in New England. He was a Boston Red Sox starter. Thus, I had that straight high leg kick. I wasn't able to do the whole bend your leg up underneath your armpit deal. Wasn't happening. I tried. That's why I was a starter for 2 years in the minor leagues till they made me a reliever.
2-2 to McLouth. That's outside the bag. Well, the Braves are just all over the Rockies tonight. 6-1 Atlanta now. A run in the first, 3 in the second, 2 in the third. And they are all over the Colorado starter, Jason Hamill. McLouth with a high fly ball to right. Adam Dunn.
You got a guy there.
2 outs.
Been there about 100 years.
Arizona and Florida still scoreless. Garland against Johnson in the bottom of the 3rd. Milwaukee did not score in the first inning at Houston, and the Cubs are batting in the top of the 1st against Joel Pinheiro in St. Louis. That Central race is really something. 4 teams within 3.5 games. And Milwaukee's in first, winning 6 in a row by 2 over the Cubs. Here's Adam LaRoche, 0 for 1 with a walk. Marta settling in nicely now. You just wish he hadn't thrown that fastball down the middle to Andy LaRoche back in the 3rd. A 3-0 game became 5-0. Adam Dunn homered, and it's 5-1 here in the top of the 5th.
Well, the home runs are going to come. It's trying not to give up the hits and the walks and then give up the big home run. That's the thing that the veteran guys seem to do better than the younger guys, but he'll learn.
Anderson Hernandez throws out Adam LaRoche halfway through the ball game. Nats down 4, Martis to lead off.
things going on here. Lineup cards are written out. Advanced scouting reports are read. This is where it all happens, Bob and Rob. Back to you.
The way Debbie started that report, I thought we had a new library in the ballpark.
Does he know she's in his office? I mean,
that's the second time she's made it in there.
Exactly. Every time he's out on the field, she's in his office. Shh. Okay. I won't tell anybody. Make sure you put everything back.
I can think of a couple of rooms adjacent to the clubhouse where she will never do a report from. Chiron Martis, a sacrifice, his first time up tonight. Bottom of the fifth underway. And he takes a breaking ball over to third base for Andy LaRoche. Top of the order now, Guzman and Johnson. We'll see if one of them or both can get on to keep this inning going down to Zimmerman-Dunn territory. Managers of 50 years ago would just gag if they saw the facilities and the offices and all the amenities that managers and coaches and players enjoy these days. It's amazing, these new ballparks. But the other thing is, I mean, Manny's here probably 12 hours a day.
Oh, he sleeps here now.
Yeah, day game after night game. He's got a nice big couch in there where he'll take his snooze. Unless he's up late watching an extra inning game from the West Coast like he did the other night. But managers probably spend more time at the ballpark now than they ever did because they have nice places to work. Guzman pulls it right to LaRoche. I mean, we're 7 levels up, but we're blessed with the nicest broadcasting booth in Major League Baseball. We love getting here early and working. All right, Dibble, who'd you get? Who'd you get the most?
Bonds.
I guessed Bonilla. You said Bonds.
Jeff King, third baseman.
Yeah, right-hander, that figures.
Yeah, I threw him a lot of sliders.
Bonilla and Bonds were both lefties. Bobby, of course, a switch hitter, but yeah, that makes sense. Jeff King. Well, you picked out who was going to beat you and who wasn't, huh?
Well, Jose leaned, I think, was lifetime. He's 6 for 7 off me in the regular season, maybe even 7 for 7 regular season, but I got him a couple times in the playoffs.
Yeah, he was the second most to King.
When it counted. Make it count. You never know if you'll ever get back there.
Yep.
And we didn't. We finished 5th place in '91.
You guys beat the Pirates in that LCS. But the Pirates could not get by the
check that average
They couldn't get by the Braves. And the famous Sid Bream slide home on the Cabrera base hit. Shortstop Wilson never saw the ball. Niger Morgan did. The Nats go 1-2-3, and this ball game's into the 6th inning. In the Mid-Atlantic Classic, July 15th in Waldorf. future stars launching their careers. You'll see it live on Mass in HD. 7:05 Home Run Derby, 5:30, admission free. Your donation appreciated if you show up. Ripken SR for senior, collegebaseball.org, or 410-588-9900. Pitchers are throwing strikes. Hitters are swinging early in the count. And an easy fly ball for Willie Harris starts off the top of the sixth. Brandon Moss retired. Andy LaRoche and Jason Jaramillo next for the Pirates. Gorgeous night in our nation's capital. 66 degrees at game time.
Well, if you take away the first inning, it's a 2-1 ball game. You're going to give up some home runs at this level. That first inning, he just looked like he wasn't ready. Fastball wasn't popping like it is now. 91, 92 is around 88.
And a fly ball to center. Willie drifting back. He'll catch it 350 feet away, 2 outs.
You know, if he catches another one, he'll tie a record.
I know. Outfielders can't catch more than 3 fly balls in an inning. But pitchers can get more than 3 strikeouts.
Yes, you can. You can get a error on the catcher.
Or a wild pitch.
Wild pitch. Guy gets to first. One of my teammates, Tim Birch, has got 5 strikeouts in 1 inning.
Man.
That was a tough inning.
Padding his stats, huh?
Well, he had a great breaking ball. He was 6'7".
Tough to hit, tough to catch?
Yes. Well, imagine he's, throwing downhill. He's got a big breaking ball. He was on the practice squad at Michigan State against Magic Johnson.
And a drive to left right at Willingham. 10 in a row for Chiron Martis. Zimmerman, Dunn, and Willingham straight ahead.
Ladies and gentlemen,
elementary kids that were on the field with the Nationals players before the game. Now they had a very special guest at their school today. Nats manager Manny Acta. How cool was that?
It was really cool to meet one of the Nationals, and I'm really happy for them because I hope they win. Go Nats!
All right, outstanding. And what did Manny say to you today at school?
Well, Manny, he told me that reading is when he read the book Clifford the Big Red Dog. He said before that, he said reading is fundamental, and that's true because WIF stands for reading is fundamental, and I like Manny because he's a cool dude.
All right, and we like Manny too, and I'll tell you what, the summertime is the best time to grab a book and read. Back to you guys upstairs. Good job.
Well said, Debbie. Well said, young man. And I told you that Ryan Zimmerman's one of the best bunters on this team. He used to bunt for hits frequently 3 years ago. So the Nats need a leadoff guy, and that's his 59th hit of the year. And by the way, Manny Acta said today One of the ways he learned how to speak the English language as a young guy was by reading a lot of books in English. Reading is something that will last you a lifetime. And here's Adam Dunn, who homered off the back wall of the left field bullpen the last time up. I'm sure Zimmerman wasn't thinking about popping that bunt up, but he did get it beyond the reach of the pitcher. Off-speed pitch. 1-1 to Adam Dunn, who last time up hit his 12th homer of the year. RBI number 32. Adrian Gonzalez of the Padres leads the league with 15. Albert Pujols, Raul Ibanez 13. Alfonso Soriano with 12. And Dunn with 12. How about another? Not on that pitch. Well off the plate inside. 2-1.
They may just pitch around Adam right here.
Well, Josh wouldn't mind. Pirates lead by 4. Bottom of the 6th.
Unintentional, intentional.
Ball 3.
You don't want him to lose another ball.
So you would do that up by 4?
Absolutely, because Adam is a base clogger like Ryan Howard. So even if Zimmerman were to score, you're thinking maybe a double play with Willingham up next. Right-handed guy, Dunn on first, go for the double play. They have a great defensive team. Sometimes you have to give up a run to get out of an inning.
All right, 2 on, nobody out. Second walk issued tonight by Jeff Karstens. Josh Willingham hit the ball hard first time, lined out to left. Second time, bounced out to third. Joe Kerrigan, a well-respected pitching coach in this league and the other league. Tonight's copyrighted telecast, presented by authority of the Washington Nationals, may not be reproduced or retransmitted in any form, and the accounts and descriptions of this game may not be disseminated without the expressed written consent of the Washington Nationals. And had I not read a lot as a youngster, I would never be able to say disseminated. Night after night. Tying runs in the on-deck circle. Nats looking for a crooked number here in the 6th. Karstens a step off. Now he's back on. They bunch Willingham toward the gap in left center. A 100 feet of room down the left field line. About the same in right center.
That ball will get their bullpen moving around.
Willingham takes a breaking pitch, evens the count 1-1. Phillies have a 4-1 lead at Cincinnati now.
No outs here. You want to look for a ball away. If you're Willingham, at least try to get the runners to second and third here with 1 out.
That's up the middle. That's going to be a double play unless he has a problem with it. Sanchez stumbled for a moment, then turns the 4-3.
Oh, that was the play they were looking for. Here's the pitch sequence right here. They pitched around Adam Dunn because they know he's not a speedster at first. This is a sinker down and in. A slow curve for strike 1 evens the count. Then he throws another slow curve, and Josh Willingham hits it to Sanchez. He takes it himself. 4-3 for the double play.
We'll see if Willie Harris can get a hit and put the Nats on the board with 1 at least. The breaking ball is high. 2 young pitchers tonight. One's 26, one's 22. They're both working at a good rate, not spending a whole lot of time standing around out there. Evan Meek for the Pirates. Fastball in there. Counts even 1-1. The Pirates have more lefties in their bullpen than they do right-handers. There's a changeup. 2-1 to Willie.
He turns that ball over hard, almost like a screwball.
It's got some action, doesn't it?
It really bites, and you could see how he twists his arm to the inside of his body when he throws it.
That's 3-1 to Willie Harris, who's already walked once tonight and stolen a base. Anderson Hernandez waiting. And a 3-1 to Willie. Good take.
Ooh.
I'm glad he didn't try to pull that ball. That would have been a ground ball right to Freddie Sanchez.
Pitch track right here looks a little low and out.
Harris gets a fastball, and that's an RBI hit. It's a 5-2 game.
Nice.
Willie Harris delivers.
That away, Willie.
I tell you what, Rob, that's called hitting the right pitch in that at bat. Because if he would have bitten on that 3-1 thing right on the edge of the corner, he probably doesn't get this hit.
Well, this is pretty much a mistake after he worked really hard to get to double play. 3-2 fastball, and Willie does not miss it. He pounds it right back up the box. Base hit, 2-out RBI, huge for the Nats right there.
And on our famous Dave's Exmo, sometimes we show a little celebrating too. Well deserved.
Famous Dave's, and then we can go get some ribs later.
Here's Anderson Hernandez. Willie could be running here. Situation just like this back in the second. He was at first base with 2 outs, and he stole second. Pirates are well aware of that. It was the Nationals' 15th steal of the year. They're in the bottom 3 in the league in that category. Certainly more of a power hitting team than a running ball club.
Could use a double right here.
Love to see these guys run, wouldn't you?
Yep. Ron Vallone waiting to get a chance.
That's if it gets down to Martis. Still 2 at bats away from that. I think Manny will leave Martis in for a while unless they have to pinch hit for him. He's retired 10 straight Pirates.
What a beautiful evening. Someone's working late at the Capitol.
Yeah, lights are on. Beautiful sunset out west over Northern Virginia. Sky aglow out there. And some base runners feel if you don't have to dive in, you don't have a big enough lead. So Willie's trying to get every inch the Nats need off that first base bag here with 2 outs. Now the count's 0-2. Will Nieves waiting. Pirates could pitch out here. 0-2.
Well, he's already got a stolen base today, so I'm sure they've got an eye on Willie Harris at first.
He's holding. Up and away, ball 1. Willie's got a good lead. There he goes. And there it goes into the corner. Run, boys, run.
Come on, Willie.
Willie will score easily. Hernandez going for third. And there's a bunch of rabbits loose on the bases. It's a 5-3 game. That's exciting. Willie Harris got his 9th RBI. Anderson Hernandez gets his 10th.
Well, Anderson Hernandez gets a hanging breaking ball right there. You saw the catcher stand up. Not where they wanted that pitch. Up in his eyes. You see Willie off with the pitch. Ball goes down in the corner. Puts it into another gear right here. He scores easily. And then Anderson Hernandez hustles out for a triple. Now pass ball could get us within one.
Breaking ball low to Will Nieves. Well, the Nats 2 here in the 6th. Brand new ball game now 5-3. A position player is in the on deck circle. Ball 2. And that would be Ronnie Belliard. This all started with a Zimmerman bunt single, a walk, a double play ball, and then 2 clutch, 2-out hits by Willie Harris and Anderson Hernandez. And by the way, those 2 guys have been on base 4 out of 6 times tonight. And Harris, if it wasn't for a play by LaRoche back in the 4th, would have a perfect night.
Well, and give Chiron Martis a lot of credit if we do have to pinch hit for him. Kept us in the ball game through 6 innings.
Retiring the last 10 batters.
That's pitching. When you don't have your best stuff, you can still make it through 6 innings.
Will Nieves takes a fastball right above the belt. Another 2-out hit here would be huge.
Hey, even just a flare over the infield.
Three and 1. And Jeff Karstens may be on his last sequence of pitches here. They've had Evan Meek ready. He had a pretty good pitch count, but he's thrown 23 in this inning to reach that 100.
Oh, come on, Joe.
If that got the plate,
wow.
It got the right front corner on its way by. The pitch track tells us where it crosses the plate. Missed.
Just a bit outside, but let's go, Will. Back up the middle here.
3 and 2. Fastball up, and the ball is down. It's a 5-4 game. And how about these little guys in the clutch at the bottom of the lineup? Will Nieves is 2 for 3 tonight.
What, our little big men? Love it. Outstanding. 3-2. This is going to be a jam shot, actually off the end of the bat. Just beautifully placed. And it's a 1-run ball game, all with 2 outs.
And John Russell continues to go with Karstens here. Will Nieves with his 4th RBI of the year.
All right, Ronnie.
Nieves, by the way, now batting .302. The Nats are back in this game. Short lead by Will. Ronnie Belliard goes up pumping, trying to make it 6-5.
Oh, we'll take just a nice linea in the gap.
And 2. Regarding the rest of this game, Austin Kearns is available, and to take a swing, Elijah Dukes is available, even though he can't play in the field. Belliard strikes out. But the Nats get 3 runs on 4 hits and clutch RBIs by Harris, Hernandez, Nieves.
fun. It was great. I had a great time.
Okay, now here's a little known inside tip about Adam. He can pitch.
He can pitch. Yep, he can pitch. He's going to kill me for saying that.
How good was he in high school?
Great. He is great. He struck out 22 batters in 13 innings. He can pitch.
Okay, Pat, note to Manny Acta. Adam Dunn can also pitch. Back upstairs to you.
Thank you, Debbie. And thank you, Mom. Isn't that funny? She knew the stats. 22 strikeouts. Moms know these things. It's the top of the 7th. Jack Wilson for the Pirates.
That young man, Steven Strasburg, struck out 23 in 9 innings. Not to be a topper, but...
Yeah, I think Adam will concede that Strasburg has better stuff.
No, I asked Adam this earlier in the season, and he said if he had to, he would pitch. I think there's a lot of guys that used to pitch on that field.
Yeah.
It's just been a while.
Ron Vallone in relief of Chiron Martis. Vallone continues to impress with a 0 ERA through 6 innings, 7 appearances.
You're just trying to put the hex on him, aren't you?
No, I want him to throw a 1-2-3 shutout 7th.
8th and 9th.
Well, Vallone knocks it down with his bare hand. Hope he didn't hurt himself.
Nah.
It saved a base hit.
He's a tough kid from New Jersey.
Here comes Randy St. Clair and Mike McGowan from the dugout.
He's fine. He's telling him leave. Bye-bye.
Wow.
Right here, Ron Vallone doing everything he can not to let that ball by him. He hits it with his bare hand.
And knowing Ron as we've gotten to know him, he probably said, what are you guys doing out here? Here's Craig Monroe, who hit a big home run for the Pirates last night. A 3-run shot in the 3rd. Not starting tonight, 32-year-old outfielder, who the Pirates picked up as a minor league free agent at the end of January. And so for this ball club, Monroe has hit 3 homers, driven in 14, batting .244.
I'm throwing a changeup.
That's 9 points below his career average.
Oh for 11.
Wow.
The pinch hitter.
Much better when he gets 4 ABs, obviously. 115 career home runs in 8 years with Texas, Detroit, the Cubs, Minnesota, and now the Pirates. Vallone just missing inside. I have to admit that during the break, and I saw Ron Vallone coming in, I asked Rob Dibble, you think he can pitch 3 innings tonight?
He will do whatever is necessary. He's that kind of gamer.
It's a keep it close situation here. And a fly ball right field line, a long way for Adam Dunn. Look at that speed. 2 outs. Mom didn't even talk about how good he was as a high school quarterback.
That surprises me. He was supposed to be the starting quarterback at Texas in college, and he chose baseball. You saw that speed right there.
Yeah. Ouch.
Oh, yeah.
Ouch, 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 ouch.
Manny's getting a chuckle out of that stat. It's not possible.
Yeah. Nick's got it. Shovels to Hernandez. Out! On a very close play as Niger Morgan went screaming down the line. First base coach Perry Hill talking about it. 1-2-3 7th. shaping up here? 5-4 Pirates. It was 5-0. Always wear your helmet at the ballpark. And it's the top of the order against Evan Meek of the Pirates, who pitched Sunday at PNC Park against the Rockies, had a couple of scoreless innings. Cristian Guzman has an 0 for tonight on 3 routine ground balls. It's about time for the line drive machine to hit one somewhere. Came in as the league's leading hitter at .385. Pretty hard breaking ball there. Cutter maybe. 87.
It was a breaking ball that didn't break.
Wow.
Yeah, it looked like a cut fastball.
2-0 to Guzman. He has an 8-game hitting streak on the line here. Ball 3. And the Pirates might become the only team in baseball to walk this guy. They did it last night. Guzman, for the first time this year, has an on-base average that's different than his batting average because of that walk. .385 batting average, .390 on-base percentage with that base on balls last night. The first one he had in 166 plate appearances going back into last September. Three and 2.
Take that.
Man, it's easier to walk 3 hungry German shepherds than it is Cristian Guzman. That's a big break for the Nets.
That's a pretty good one right there.
Major League Baseball and People magazine looking for those who made a difference in their communities. 30 everyday All-Stars will be honored at the 09 All-Star Classic in St. Louis. Go to peopleallstars.com to nominate your favorite community champ. So the tying runs on base, nobody out in the 7th. And you know, right now, Rob, you kind of like the feel of this ball game. It's got a good momentum feel to it because of the comeback. And here's Nick Johnson. 0 for 2 hit by a pitch. Breaking ball low.
It's almost like the beginning of a boxing match, trying to feel out this new reliever. You're starting all over again now. Finally got to Karstens, got him out of the game.
Johnson hits a double play ball. Double play was huge last inning, and now the bases are wiped empty with Zimmerman coming up. Freddie Sanchez and Jack Wilson have been working together up the middle for about the last 5 years.
Well, and this is why we talk about you can't defend walks. Well, he walks the leadoff guy, but he gets the ground ball by Nick Johnson. Freddie Sanchez, even though he bobbles it, he gives it to Jack Wilson in time. Cristian Guzman did a really good job of trying to take Jack Wilson out on the play, but he still made a decent throw to first. 4-6-3, 2 outs.
That changes Ryan Zimmerman's hitting approach. Ryan probably thought he'd be going up there looking just to hit a line drive hit somewhere. Right now he's looking for something that he could drive a long way, or at least get on so Adam Dunn can have a chance. Inside, 2-0. Left-hander Sean Burnett, one of the Pirates' 4 southpaws out of that bullpen. We saw John Graybo last night and Tom Gorzalani. They also have a youngster named Donnie Veal. No relation to the great Pirate Bob Veal. Strike 1. Two and 1 to Zimmerman. perfect location. 90 on the corner.
There's Burnett again. Now, check him out. Got the hat crooked. He's a total left-hander.
You're right.
Remember people used to get on CC Sabathia about that? But that, you know what? He's pulling that hat over with his left hand, and he's throwing it to the right side. That would just make me uncomfortable if I was having to hit off that guy. Man, look at his hat. It's all crooked. I used to put a mark in the center of the bill of my cap so it would be straight on my head. I didn't like that crooked hat.
I just thought maybe he turned it over that way to keep his left shoulder, his left arm away from that bill. You ever seen anybody knock the cap off their head with their delivery before?
Yes.
Well, maybe.
In fact, I used to do that. I used to hit it with my glove.
Maybe that's why. The big fella's on deck. 3-2 to Zimmerman here. And a fastball is up high. And a good at bat by Ryan Zimmerman. He's on base for the second time tonight.
Oh, he likes to tempt fate, this Mr. Meek.
This will be interesting. Mom and Dad watching.
I met the Duns the other night. Some lovely people. You wouldn't imagine it. That 6'6", 275-pound kid came out of those two people.
It's Mrs. Kearns in the background there. Abby. And Austin's dad. So we know where the family section is tonight. Like father, like son.
Yep, I've seen him picking in his ear before. I'm just kidding.
Oh, man.
Boy, are we going to get some emails about that one.
Yeah, from the
No, they're not listening because they're at the game.
Oh, there's somebody in Kentucky listening. No more bourbon for you, Dibble.
Oh.
All right, here's Adam Dunn, 1 for 2 with a homer and a walk. I could only imagine what you were like with the needle in the clubhouse. Wow. But you have to for 6 months, don't you? Else you'll
lose your mind. Yeah, every day.
Ooh, Adam Dunn on a tight slider, maybe that cutter again, and he swung just over the top of it. This kid's got a pretty good moving fastball in on the lefties. 26-year-old Evan Meek. Only 9 games with the Pirates last year. He's had the better part of 6 years in the minors. Minnesota drafted him originally. He was released. He's been with San Diego, Tampa Bay. And the Pirates took him as a Rule 5 guy back in December of '07. Well, Joe West has the high strike, but not the low one.
He didn't give the low one. We said that last night. Adams 6'6", 6'7". Here's our pitch track, and it falls just below the borderline there.
Yeah, that's right. That's a strike to Willie Harris, but not Adam Dunn. Here's a 3-1 pitch, and he walked him. 3 walks in the inning. Who's going to make the Pirates pay for this?
I was going to say that was a strike to Eddie Goodell, but a lot of people may not know that. Wasn't he 3'6" guy that
something like that
sent up to the plate? The Duns are loving it.
Mom likes it when her young man is selective at the plate.
I like Dad. He's got the black cowboy hat on.
Yeah, he looks like a Texan.
Yep.
They have a saying down in Texas: big hat, no cattle. He's got both, I think. I used to love that. Big. Got to credit the former minor league owner A. Ray Smith with that. Somebody from Texas tried to make a deal for him for his ball club. He said, that guy's got a big hat and no cattle. Here's Willingham, 0 for 3. Way outside. Just a base hit gets the Nats back even here. Outfield has to play fairly deep to respect Josh's power. Zimmerman, a good base runner at second. And that ball, I mean, the bat just shatters.
What happened to the bat?
That's just slivers off the very end of that barrel. Then the bat boy brought out 2 maple bats, and Josh, I think, said, go back and give me an ash.
Look at this shred the bat right here. Wow. That's a hack, too.
But you know what? With a maple bat, the thing goes flying.
Look at Pat Listash's reaction. Whoo! Bring me a winner, Bobby.
Let's see what Wonder Boy can do here. One ball and 1 strike to Willingham. Tying runs at second base. Outside. Pirates bullpen busy with a lefty. You saw Burnett earlier. He's out there because Willie Harris is next. And on a pitch up and away, Willingham flies short to center. 3 walks in the inning. The double play was a killer. And into the 8th inning, the Pirates still lead 5-4.
It's 5-4 right now. We're chasing one. You know, our starting pitchers, they keep us in the ball game long enough. Our offense will get on track. And I think we're looking at about 9 or 10 straight games where we've scored 5 or more runs. That's one of the most impressive stats I've seen of any team in recent memory. This team never quits. It doesn't matter how far down we are or how out of the game it looks or how awful it looks. They keep coming at you, and that's why I respect the heck out of that team.
Freddie Sanchez for the Pirates. Top of the 8th and a fastball up and away. Second inning of work for Ron Vallone, who was perfect and brief in a 1-2-3 7th. 2, 3, and 4 for the Bucks here. And that flare slicing out of play.
Just reminds me in that part in Blazing Saddles when the old woman's getting punched in the stomach. And she looks at the camera and she goes, "Have you ever seen such cruelty?" And then I saw Manny Acta last night at his press conference, and I was, it's okay, man. It'll get better.
Well, this is the kind of ball game when guys can manage, make some moves, and you don't have mayhem breaking out every 10 minutes. Sanchez 1 for 3 with an RBI single. And you look up in the 8th inning if you only use 2 pitchers. It's a novel idea. 3-2 Vallone, Sanchez, McLouth next. Threw him a strike and got a foul ball.
I mean, you just go back to that first inning, the double, single, out, walk, double. I mean, it was 5 hitters really that was the biggest problem for Chiron Martis tonight. Forget the home run. That's going to happen. You're going to make mistakes. Guys are going to hit the ball and square it up right, get full extension on it. But right now it could be a 4-2 ball game.
And Vallone gets some help as Sanchez goes out of the strike zone to strike out. We have a very special birthday wish to go out here at the ballpark tonight. There's our guy Mo Brown. Hey Mo, happy 50th. Wait a minute, I mean 40th. Sorry Mo, they told me.
Happy birthday, Mo. I would have said you were 39. That's just so wrong that they told your real age.
Hey Mo, you're looking great, man. We don't want to fool anybody.
He doesn't look a day over 60.
Yeah. He really enjoyed shooting some of those games at old Griffith Stadium. Happy birthday, brother. There's Nate McLeod, 1 for 3. And Mo's working what we call our tight camera from out there in center field. Gives you some of your good inside looks at the pitcher, catcher, the hitter. There's his shot. He's tight on the hitter. Nate McLeod, 1 for 3.
Let's see the science from the catcher, Mo.
Look at that focus. Wow. Clear as day. And a breaking ball hit out to short right field. Hernandez out. Adam Dunn. Anderson Hernandez gave up on that ball a little too early. He kind of turned around and looked for the right fielder. He should get out there under that until Adam calls him off.
Well, famous Dave's is going to show us why there's a 6'6" guy coming at me. I'm out of here. Look at Anderson Hernandez. He just felt the ground moving. And Adam Dunn makes his 3rd good catch tonight.
Here's LaRoche 0 for 2 with a walk. Ron Vallone trying to go 6 in a row here.
Can you blame a guy that's probably given away 150 pounds for getting out of the way?
I'm sure he heard the thundering hooves approaching.
Where's Anderson from? Dominican? The Dominican Republic, Venezuela?
Anderson Hernandez from Santo Domingo.
You probably don't make a lot of guys in Adam's size there.
No.
Joe Beimel and Julian Tavares are getting loose.
So far, Ron Vallone's done what Maniacta hoped he would. 2 things: getting outs, and to this point, getting his team right back in the dugout with bats in hand. 5-4 ball game, top of the 8th, 2 outs. There's a strike. Joe West has had a rather high strike zone tonight, and there's nothing wrong with that. In fact, it's refreshing to see something above the belt buckle called a strike for a change. Little comebacker had him reaching. And how about those 2 innings from the 39-year young left-hander Ron Vallone? Willie Harris is straight ahead. 3 and get that 4 ERA down. 6:30, Nats Extra, Johnny Holiday and Ray Knight from the ballpark. '26-year-old left-hander Sean Burnett takes over for Pittsburgh here. 58 games for the Pirates last year after spending 3 years at AAA Indianapolis, and that was after he missed the entire 2005 season from Tommy John surgery. Used to be a starter. It's been a long road back for this 26-year-old from Wellington, Florida. And he throws a first pitch fastball in there to Willie Harris. Bottom of the 8th underway. It's getting late, and that's down by just 1. Willie a walk, an RBI single, and a run tonight. You know, I saw a headline yesterday. Can't remember which local media it was that said Nationals outfield decimated by injuries. I would beg to differ.
Decimated.
Decimate is when you have nobody to step in.
Yeah, we got plenty more.
Dukes and Kearns are hurt.
Deep bench on outfielders, though.
But how about Willie Harris, Adam Dunn, and Josh Willingham? I don't see that being decimation. Although I have been told many times by newspaper writers that the guys who go to the ballpark aren't the ones who write the headlines. 2-2 to Willie. Hernandez next, and then Nieves. So a pair of right-handers coming up. Anderson, of course, a switch hitter. Willie takes one low. The Pirates have issued the Nationals 5 walks tonight. 3 of them last inning, but the double play killed that rally. And Willie Harris is hit by the pitch. Second time tonight, and Nat's been hit with a 3-2 delivery. Nick Johnson earlier.
I think that hurt him.
But that's the tying run on base.
He's tough. He doesn't want to rub it.
Yeah, Willie Harris is going to get up and run to first base.
Well, this is a heater on the inner half that just looks like it got the same spot that McLouth got hit last night, right in the funny bone or the back of the elbow.
Now, if he gets hurt, Austin Kearns is pretty much back and available. Elijah Dukes is not available other than a pinch hitting appearance. First base umpire Ed Rapuano there with Mike McGowan, the Nats assistant. They just give Willie a little whack on the helmet and say, all right, buddy, if you're okay, we're okay. Nats Extra coming up, presented by Verizon Fios. Why Chiron Martin struggled with some of his command. Now, most of that was early. We'll hear from the manager and a preview of the lefties, Lannon and Mahalam, tomorrow night. This is a big at bat in this game for Anderson Hernandez. Pirates might be expecting a bunt. Home team down by 1. Baseball wisdom says you play for a tie at home because you always have the last at bat. Anderson Hernandez 6 for 17 from the right side of the plate this year. Andy LaRoche at third, not as shallow as I thought he might be. And maybe they suspected he might be swinging away.
Yeah.
You don't want to play 60 feet away with a guy swinging.
No. I think he played that smartly.
I love what the little guys are doing tonight. Harris and Hernandez have now been on base 5 times in 7 ABs. There's a great bunt. Tying runs at second base with 1 out. You've got 2 shots now with Will Nieves and Austin Kearns.
Well, I like the execution tonight on this team's behalf. I mean, So you gave up 5 runs by the starter. The bullpens come in, held it down for 2 innings. They fought back. It's 5-4. This is a much more well-played game tonight.
Well, this is baseball.
Yeah.
We've had enough pinball roller derby going on around here lately.
I've said this before and I'll say it again. This is a good team. They get it all together. They're going to put together a pretty good streak. Some other teams are losing their players left and right.
Will Nieves takes one low and inside. I love the approach that Will has had at the plate tonight. He has not bitten on any pitches down and in. That's what the Pirates want him to do. He's been very stubborn as a hitter, and that's a good thing.
Austin Kearns, Ricky Weeks is done for the year.
That's a blow to the Brewers. Yep. And then that pitch is too far outside, so Will takes it, ball 2. You might notice, because Nieves likes to hit the ball to the right side, Adam LaRoche is at least 25 feet off the line. Two and 0. Nieves only out tonight. A line drive out to right field. Single to right. Single to center. Two and 1 to Will. Little chopper right side. And LaRoche to the pitcher, 2 outs. Here comes Austin Kearns to hit for Ron Vallone. Well, there's one Texas family that's been pretty happy tonight. Let's see if a Kentucky family can have some smiles after their native son gets the pinch hitting appearance here in the bottom of the 8th. 888-632-NATS for Nationals tickets. You can always log on to nationals.com. You never know who you might be sitting behind at the ballpark. Just be nice. Hope you can come out for Wednesday night. John Lannon on the hill tomorrow night for the Nationals against Paul Mahalam, and then Daniel Cabrera and Ian Snell. Snell is a mystery right now, 1-5. Austin as a pinch hitter this year, 1 for 6 with 2 RBIs. Fastball right in there. By the way, including the work by Vallone, the Nationals pitchers have retired the last 16 Pirates in a row. And Kearns high in the air, left field, but he didn't get it. Right up against the wall. Sounded good off the bat, got out there and came straight down. And the Pirates still lead by 1. At the ballpark as we summarize this one for you. Anderson Hernandez, a big night with a sacrifice and 2 for 3. A big 2-run shot by Andy LaRoche, only his second of the year. Back in the third, made a 3-0 game 5-0. Chiron Martis gave that up, had some early struggles, finds a way to pitch 6 and retires the last 10 Pirates he faces. Joe Beimel for the top of the 9th. 17th appearance, 4.5 ERA, 20 hits in 14 innings. Joe rather hittable this year. But Rob, as we've mentioned many times, he is serving a different role with this ball club than he did with the Dodgers when he was pretty much a hitter or two at a time, lefty almost all the time.
Well, yeah, and the way he was used was just a situational left-hander. He'd come in just to attack a couple of left-handers in the lineup, and that was his evening. But now we've tried to make him pitch lefties, righties, everyone, 1-2 innings. And after he hurt that left hip flexor on a diving play that he made on a rainy night, he has not been the same guy. But there's that big breaking ball again.
Then he paints with a fastball. Now that's good location because
excellent.
You can't pull that ball out of the park.
No, and when he was most effective and nobody was scoring on him, it was like 9 out of 10 outings or 10 out of 11 before he got injured. He was setting guys up with that huge breaking ball and fastballs, and he throws across his body. Very deceptive.
2-2. Brandon Moss, one of the big blows in this game, a 2-run double in the first.
Cincinnati Reds Joey Votto continues to miss games because of dizziness.
They had homers from Bruce and Hairston tonight, but still trailed the Phillies 4-3 in the 8th. This ball driven to left center, but it's slicing back to Willingham. Josh is there, 1 out.
Well, that was Hamels Cueto, so that had to be a pretty good pitcher's duel.
Yeah.
Did you say 3-2?
4-3 Phillies.
4-3.
8th inning. So the Nats 17 in a row, the last Pirate to get a hit. The man walking into the box right now, Andy LaRoche, a 2-run 3rd inning homer. Martis shut the door for 10 straight, Vallone for 6, and Beimel got his first. And by the way, some of you who keep score of these games, you already know this, but the Nats have the top of the order due up in the 9th. Nats have been able to send 9 men to the plate in the last 2 innings despite not getting a hit. So Manny, if he could pick the 3 guys, these would be them. Got to keep it a 1-run game between now and then. And LaRoche takes it outside, 2-1. Andy LaRoche is 25 years of age. Just missing 3-1. Changeup missed. First base runner for the Pirates in nearly an hour and a half. Jason Jaramillo, the catcher, next. Left-hander Tom Gorzolani. He faced one man, Adam Dunn, and struck him out last night.
All right, he's got to worry about the hitter right here. Try to get a double play.
Yeah, we thought Joe was a little too preoccupied with a runner in San Francisco last week. Counts even, 1-1. Verizon Fios brings you the post-game show, Nats Extra. Johnny and Ray here at the ballpark. Arizona, a homer from Mark Reynolds. They lead at Florida now, 5-2 in the 7th. They just put a 5 spot on the board. Hanley Ramirez back in the lineup for the Marlins, has hit his 7th. The Braves all over the Rockies still, 6-1, 8th inning there. And later tonight, the Mets with John Maine against the Dodgers, Chad Billingsley. So you're up to date on the East. And a 1-2 from Beimel to Jaramillo. Popped up out behind short. Guzman is there, one hand. We would call that a snow cone.
We would.
There was a lot of baseball visible at the top of that glove. And he's having a chat with Willie Harris, 2 outs.
Well, and remember, the middle infielders use gloves that are about a third of the size of the outfielders' gloves. Look at this, just a little bit bigger than his hand. And it popped up a little bit. They need a little bit more glove control than the outfielders. The outfielders need a bigger glove to make diving catches and go over the wall and grab balls.
And of course, these guys don't want to lose baseballs in
the webbing, right?
Gloves when they're trying to turn a double play or make a bang bang throw. Here's Jack Wilson. Nats have kept him in check tonight, 0 for 3. And it's off to the right side.
Oh, I played with some middle infielders, especially second baseman like Ron Oster. He used the back of his glove to turn a double play. So the ball would come in, he'd close his glove and it'd hit the back. He'd stick his hand together. He was one of the quickest at turning a double play I ever saw. They do drills, they use flat boards, they use bare hands. I mean, middle infielders, they do a lot of amazing work to work on their craft, hone their skills.
Big slow breaking ball, strike 2.
I used to love watching Ozzie Smith. I mean, he used to have the fungo guy hitting balls towards the left fielder, towards the line, having him dive for balls, do every kind of drill that he could imagine making a play in the field during a game. He practiced it over and over and over. It was amazing to watch.
0-2 to Wilson again. Got him! Looking on the inside corner. The bullpen tonight with Vallone and Beimel, so good so far. And here we go, bottom of the ninth. Christian Guzman and then Nick Johnson, Ryan Zimmerman. The Nats need a couple to win.
of our lineup. Let's break somebody else's heart. Pretty well played ball game tonight.
We're going to talk about Sharon Martis' effort tonight and 4 scoreless innings by the Nationals bullpen. Back to Bob and back to Rob.
All right, gentlemen, thank you. And here's a number for you. The number of walk-off wins the Nationals have had this year. None. Maybe that's what they need. By the way, Sean Burnett, who has never saved a game in the major leagues, is still pitching. Guzman drives this ball to right, but it's an easy out. And Cristian Guzman 0 for 4. And unless the Nats come back, his 8-game hitting streak is over. He went jumping on the first pitch in the 9th, and here's Nick Johnson. The Pirates used Matt Capps quite a bit in April. They actually had to give him some rest. He had pitched on several consecutive days and had to shut him down for a while, and he did pitch last night. Even though it wasn't a save situation in a 5-run game, it was actually a 6-run game when he came in.
And he may be, like you said last night, once he's up and loose, he's got the type of situation with his arm or whatever his ailment may be that once they get him up, they're going to use him and then they shut him down the next day.
Nick Johnson has hit this left-hander very, very well.
Rally Caps. Turn him inside out.
On the corner, says Joe West. 1 ball, 1 strike.
Pitch track. Looked like it cut the corner of the plate through the box.
And a breaking ball misses.
Nick didn't want that pitch anyway.
Burnett has just a little herky-jerky as he comes through his delivery. That would make it tough for a lefty to hang in there.
It's almost like he goes out towards first base.
Johnson drives the ball deep left center.
Get up.
Still going up against the wall. It's on the ground. Then they boot the ball, and Nick Johnson accelerates to third base. That's the tying run with 1 out. He hit that ball 400 feet. If Nyjer Morgan handles it off the wall, it's only a double.
Well, Nate McLouth tries to go up on the wall. It bounces off, and then, as Bob said, Nyjer Morgan kicked it around. Tried to find out what it eats.
And here's Zimmerman with a chance to tie the game. They're going to give him a triple.
Well, they're thinking now, should they walk Zimmerman to get to Dunn to try to set up a double play ball?
Got it. Nick Johnson's first triple in 4 years. He must have been doing some extra work on the treadmill. He had 3 of them that year.
Come on, we got some speed demons, Nick and Adam.
That was a great effort by McLeod, but that ball kept drifting and drifting on him. And now Ryan Zimmerman could tie the game for the Nats. And Adam Dunn is next.
Well, that was a great at bat too. Like you said, this is a very tough pitcher on left-handed hitters, and Nick Johnson stayed in there beautifully.
And he's now 5 out of 7 career against Sean Burnett.
Yeah, he's no fear.
Infield in. A little deeper on the left side. And Zimmerman takes it low and inside. That's about hit the Pirates 8-5, looking to equalize here in the 9th. So Ryan right there, above 500 in these situations. That's a breaking ball outside.
I think they're carefully pitching Zimmerman right here, hoping he'll bite on one of these outside pitches. But I think they want to work to Dunn and try to get the double play, which I think is going to cost them. Big backdoor breaking ball.
Ryan Zimmerman 1 for 3 with a bunt hit tonight and a walk. And he stepped back in there, and Burnett was already on the stretch, so Ryan asked for time again.
There's Adam on deck.
Low and inside, ball 3. As mentioned before, Sean Burnett has never saved a game in the major leagues, 3 in the minor leagues, but this 9th inning, as we have seen over the years, is a totally different animal. And the winning runs on base with 1 out.
Yeah, I don't know if I walked the winning run, but
well, maybe he didn't do it on purpose, but he didn't throw him a fastball either.
I think they said, you know, pitch him carefully because he's on fire right now. As you said, he's hitting .444 coming into tonight in the month of May. Almost a .500 on base percentage.
Adam Dunn's hit 1 homer tonight. 12 on the year with 32 RBIs.
Yeah, Zimmerman, .481 coming into tonight on base percentage.
You know what else comes into play here? This is good for the Nats. Joe West has had a high strike zone, and the Pirates are looking for a ground ball. The Nats want Dunn to hit the ball in the air pretty far somewhere. So the way Joe West has called this game could help the home team.
Well, I'm thinking hang a breaking ball, and he'll lose one.
Ooh, that baby was in her half. Hit me, it said.
Well, this is a just get me over breaking ball to get ahead in the count right there to Adam Dunn. He didn't like it.
Pirates are back up the middle for a double play ball. And a wild pitch. The game is tied, and the winning run goes to second base. It's Christmas in May.
How do you like me now? Well, this is just a too hard breaking ball. Kicks off the dirt. Just gets the better of the catcher right there. He could not keep it in front of him.
You know, first base is open right now. Adam Dunn's run means nothing to the Pirates.
Yep.
If they give him something to hit here, they're making a terrible mistake.
Sometimes you get caught up in the moment and you forget that.
But there's a right-handed hitter on deck. But Josh Willingham's more of a double play guy. That's 2-1. I'd be shocked if they throw Adam Dunn another strike. 5-5 now. Chiron Martis off the hook. Karstens has a win taken away. Burnett has a blown save in progress. And it's 2-1 to Adam Dunn. A low strike, 2-2.
Well, Ryan Zimmerman's got to get a bigger lead than that. Come off at the pitch. They're playing Adam really deep. Base hit wins the ball game. That ball's too low. Bob, I thought you said we weren't going to get that strike against us.
Oh, Adam's just setting him up.
Guy.
Did he go? No swing, says Paul Nart down at third base. And the count goes to 3-2. I think the Pirates have to throw that same pitch and hope he strikes out.
If not, famous Dave's on the Exmo right here, Bob, and you see he held up. Good call.
Three and 2 to Adam Dunn.
That was the hanger.
Dunn strikes out. That was a front door breaking ball. 2 outs. First strikeout by Burnett in his 2 innings. And now Josh Willingham. And they could elect to walk him.
Well, Burnett makes a gutsy pitch right there. 3-2. Big breaking ball over the heart of the plate.
Adam swung under it.
Exmo.
They're going to pitch to Willingham here.
Well, he needs a single.
It's been a night of 2 out clutch RBIs. The Nationals had 3 of them in the 6th inning, the inning that got them back in this game. Winning runs at second base with 2 outs. That's a good take by Josh. 2-0. Change up away.
Well, you want to get a pitch that you can drive on a line right here anyway, so that wasn't the pitch. Not unless he was going to go to right field with it. Middle of the plate, middle in. Something he can turn on.
Ball 3, another off speed. Left-handed Willie Harris next. And again, I'm surprised they're even showing any semblance of pitching to Josh Willingham.
Well, they're hoping he'll chase a pitch. They know they have first base open and a lefty on deck, so they're just trying to throw some things, nibbling on the plate.
Would you dream of giving him the green light on 3-0? It's low anyway. Another runner aboard. The Nationals have had 1 hit in the last 3 innings, but they've been given 5 walks, a hit batter, and a wild pitch. And here comes John Russell to make a double switch.
Well, we got another lefty out in the bullpen coming in now for Willie Harris. I think this is Gorzelani.
He's probably thrown 3 innings worth of pitches out there. Wheels are turning. Nats trying to win it. Can they do it? We'll be right back. Innings where they do not have a win this year, and the Pirates make a couple of changes. Batting 9th and playing third base now, Ramon Vasquez. Lefty for lefty on the mound as Sean Burnett leaves and Tom Gorzelani comes in. Gorzelani demoted during spring training, right at the end of the spring, making it back to the major leagues for now as a reliever. If he could play the field, Manny Acta would have an obvious move here. He would go to Elijah Dukes for Willie Harris. Elijah can take an at bat, but he can't play in the field, and there's nobody else to play the outfield now that Austin Kearns pinch hit last inning. So it's lefty-lefty here, and Willie Harris, who's been on base 3 times, has to get the bat on the ball somehow. They're actually playing him to pull in the outfield, which is interesting. A breaking ball high in the zone for a strike. Willie collected his 9th RBI of the year tonight.
It's kind of a late breaker right there. Kind of a high strike zone. Joe West has had that all night. Willie's got to try to go to left with that breaking ball. He's not going to be able to pull it. Here's our Exmo. Just a bit out in front of that off-speed 79-mile-an-hour breaking ball.
0-2 to Willie.
Good eye right there. Tough to lay off that pitch when you're behind 2 strikes. Just get a little more of the plate. Punch it in the left field. Whew. Oh, he's bagging. Do you see him running off the mound?
That was inner half.
That pitch is up. You see the catcher bringing it back down into the strike zone, trying to frame it, as they would call it what the catchers do. Joe West not biting.
2-2 to Willie Harris. That's going to punch him out. The Nationals have not won in extra innings this year. They really wanted this game to end there. The ninth inning, the big at bat by Nick Johnson. Guzman had flied out. Nick goes to the wall, out there in center. He goes all the way to third as Nyjer Morgan mishandles the ball. During a walk to Zimmerman, or after Zimmerman walked and Dunn struck out, a wild pitch sent Nick home. Another walk to Willingham. Willie Harris never swung the bat and struck out. So here we go, top of the 10th. And Ramon Vazquez leads off for the Pirates in the number 9 spot. 32-year-old infielder, formerly with Texas the last 2 years. Batting $190 with only 11 hits and 58 at bats, 6 RBIs. Nyjer Morgan and Freddie Sanchez next for the Buccos. And a breaking ball low.
Still not comfortable throwing that off-speed breaking ball, though. Just out in front a little bit, kind of jumped out.
Well hit right field. Pirates with their first base hit since the 3rd inning. The Nationals had retired 19 of the previous 20 batters.
Right there. Pitches up in the zone. Vasquez just tries to put some wood on it and gets it in there for a single. Ryan Zimmerman almost close enough to shake hands with Nigel Morgan.
Yeah, this is not a good situation for the Nats. This guy can fly. He could lay down a bunt and beat it out. Now that's a foul ball. It sounded like it hit the bat. He's going to first base. They got to call him back. And the third base umpire, Paul Knight, is going to get it right. That's the same,
try, though.
Rob, that's the same as taking a swing and having the ball hit you, which is a strike. He was bunting through the ball, and even if it did hit him, it's still a strike.
Let's hear it.
Sounded like it got wood. So he's going after the ball right there. Kind of pulled the bat back at the very last instant, but it clearly sounded like it hit the bat. But this guy could put the ball on the ground and fly to first. He might have a better shot at a force play than getting him. So Guzman covering second. If the ball goes to Zimmerman, would have to be ready for a throw.
You just see how difficult it is to gauge what's coming out of the back end of Joe Beimel, because he throws across his body, he hides the ball very well, and it gets on you in a hurry.
High and tight.
Nigel Morgan really not comfortable standing in there against Joe Beimel. But if he's going to give you an out right here, take it.
There's the bunt. There's a play at second, but Beimel wheels and goes to first. Thought he might have a shot. And the lead run for the Pirates on the 1-4 sacrifice goes to second.
Well, this is a judgment call by Joe Beimel. Does he throw hard enough to get the guy at second? It looks like he's got a play. He takes the sure out. I'd rather get the sure out right there. I'm comfortable in my own ability, if I'm Joe Beimel, to be able to get the next couple of guys out right here. They're going to set up the force play.
Walking Freddie Sanchez.
Get to McLouth.
Second walk issued by Beimel. Lefty-lefty matchup coming. Ten o'clock in our nation's capital. It's also the 10th inning. 2 runners aboard, 1 out in a tie game. 5-5. The Nats tying it with 3 in the 6th, the run in the 9th. Bob Carpenter, Rob Dibble, Debbie Taylor, and our outstanding mass and crew here. And the Nats trying to hang on here to keep this game tied. Nate McLouth is 1 for 4 with a base hit. He's flied to Adam Dunn in right field 3 times. And the Nationals aren't exactly playing him deep in right field. Adam Dunn's about 50 feet in front of the track.
There's that big breaking ball.
Wonder where that was.
Here's the defense. Looks like they're playing him straight up.
Fastball in there, 1-1.
Blouth hits left-handers pretty well. 343 on the year. Home run, 8 RBI, 12 for 35.
And that ball flied to center for Willie Harris. Runners can't go anywhere, not very deep.
He's going.
Yeah, he is going to go. That was a good deke by the runner at second base, Vasquez. He just went about halfway, slowly back to the bag, and then he got back and tagged and took off. 2 outs. And that could be something because you have a lefty-lefty matchup here, and you know Beimel's going to throw a breaking ball at some point to LaRoche.
Here's the throw by Willie Harris right here. They throw it into second base. They'll even try to throw it with 2 outs. Take the safe percentage play.
The blocking ability of Will Nieves comes into play here. LaRoche 0 for 3, 3 grounders and a walk. And that ball into right field. Pittsburgh takes the lead. And they might score another one. Sanchez around third. Relay home. 7-5. Nationals had given up 5 hits all night. 2 hits around the walk here in the 10th.
There's a fastball supposed to be down and away, and it's over the heart of the plate. Andy LaRoche. Adam LaRoche, excuse me, smokes it into right field. You said it before. I mean, Beimel was not a 2-inning guy with the Dodgers over the last few years. He's more of a 2-hitter guy.
You know, and it's not for us to sit up here and say the Nationals are misusing him, but he's not doing what he did as a successful pitcher for the last 3 years. That's a problem, and the Pirates lead 8-5. And tonight it took till 10 o'clock with the bullpen failing to get the job done once more. For the most part, pretty good up until this inning.
Well, Brandon Moss just takes what he's given right there and he smacks it back up the middle.
Now the Nats have to walk another hitter, and that's
Julian Tavares warming up.
Gorzolani, the pitcher. They're going to leave him in to finish this thing off. He would, in essence, be getting the win and the save here, and the count's 0-2. If the Nats don't have a huge rally in the bottom of the 10th, they're going to be 0-5 in extra innings, and 4 of those right here. Top of the 10th over. 7 Pirates back, 3 score, 8-5. Well, Rob and I agreed during the break between the innings. Sure had a bad feeling after the Nats didn't convert that rally in the bottom of the 9th. Washington's only had 1 hit since the 6th inning. Nick Johnson's triple. Anderson Hernandez 2 for 3 single, RBI triple, and a sacrifice. Two and 0. Braves beat the Rockies tonight 8-1. That final just in. Phillies won at Cincinnati 4-3. And a ball driven to right center. In the air long enough for Nate McLeod to get over there. The Nationals would fall into double-figure territory in terms of games behind. They would be 10.5 behind the Phillies with a loss here tonight.
Well, I don't think they should worry about the standings as much as trying to figure the bullpen out. Came into tonight with almost a 7 earned run average. Vallone was excellent. Beimel was excellent in the first inning. This was a game that at least Manny Acta could manage a little bit better, especially as we got closer to tying the score on how he was going to use the bullpen. It's tough to manage when you're always down 5-4 runs.
Another good night for the offense. 5 runs on 8 hits. What's that, 10 games in a row now?
10 games in a row.
With 5 runs record or more. But you've lost 9 of those 10 if you don't win tonight. The Nationals only win during this time the 1 game in San Francisco after splitting in LA, winning the first 2 in Phoenix. And Will Nieves on a pitch way upstairs, strikes out, 2 down. Alex Cintron will be the hitter here.
And it's difficult, too, because we have a lot of young starters. They've been giving up a lot of runs in the first few innings. In the middle innings, we've been coming back and really controlling that area of the ball game. The second and third time through the lineup, it's really that fourth time through in the bullpen, getting those big outs.
Cintron to left field. Niger Morgan playing way over in left center, but he's there, and the Pirates win. Eight to 5 in 10. Hits even at 8. And the Nats have lost 6 straight and 9 out of 10. For Rob Dibble and Debbie Taylor, Bob Carpenter. Bucks 8, Nats 5. Tomorrow night, Masson 2, Nats